What is up, everybody? Positive Philly here with a brand new show. Positive Philly Sunday Sports Show will be debuting today and will be live every single day, every single Sunday on my YouTube channel. You do not want to miss it. Come football season, we will be live every single Sunday for the rest of the summer as well. And I am excited for this brand new episode, a brand new show, I should say. And today we are going to be joined by Williams Wrestling Rewind a little bit later on. But let's jump right into it. The major breaking news that happened last night: the Detroit Tigers traded Tarek Skubal to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And that's pretty big, honestly, if you ask me, because it shapes up the entire league. The Dodgers are literally building what is considered to be a super team. Uh, Raf, how you doing? Welcome to the Positive Philly Sunday Sports Show. They are building what is considered to be a super team in all of sports. Really, they really are. I should say in the MLB. But the question is, will there be a season next year? I feel like at this point, right? I feel like at this point, the Dodgers are just building a team to be like, okay, the MLB is going to be like, here, we're not having a season, but the Los Angeles Dodgers are your World Series champions because we're not having a season. That's what it seems like is about to happen. I know, obviously, that realistically happened, but it feels like that's what's about to happen. Um, but yeah, that's the big news. And honestly, they traded them. The Tigers traded a bag of chips, or the Dodgers traded a bag of chips for Tarek Skubal. They traded 3 prospects. Okay, so really nothing. But let's talk about some news that's been happening in Philadelphia. Morgan Wallen was in Philly this weekend. Night one at Lincoln Financial Field. He walked out in a custom Wallen 7 Philly jersey. His number growing up playing baseball was number 7, so he always represents and wears number 7. Night one, he walked out with Phillies legend Ryan Howard. Night two, he walked out with Eagles cornerback Cooper DeJean. Sold out Lincoln Financial Field. Great music from Morgan Wallen both nights. I'm a huge Morgan Wallen fan. Unfortunately, I was not there, but I do plan on going to a Morgan Wallen theme show in October. Eagles training camp is in full effect. Saquon Barkley, Cooper DeJean, Jalen Hurts looking great. And then you got the Phillies. I don't have a graphic for the Phillies, but they lost to the Marlins. They get swept by the Marlins. Let's take a look at the records here, because I don't understand how we get swept by the Marlins and then we're about to beat the Orioles today. Let's take a look. So the Marlins are 57 and 55. The Orioles are 54 and 57. Okay, so they better get the series win against the Orioles today. If you guys don't have Recap Sports, you better go download Recap Sports. If you miss a game of your favorite team, this is a perfect way to keep up on it. Recap Sports and get the pro subscription. It's great. Um, the Union beat Atlanta last night 3-2. The Union have been on a roll since coming back from the World Cup break. They've been winning games left and right. It's great. Love to see the Union do well. I do support the Union as well, even though I don't watch every game. I don't talk about it all the time. I do, still support them and watch them. Fantasy football season is right around the corner, and ESPN is debuting a new league, a knockout league. What that means is you draft a team as a regular draft. Each week you build a lineup. Each week you have your team. You have to try and stay alive. And Positive Philly is doing one. The draft is on August 22nd, live at 7 p.m. right here on my YouTube channel. That is August 22nd, Saturday, August 22nd. So let's pull that up and let me explain to you what it is. Hold on one second. I got a new phone, so I'm trying to like log into all my stuff here. ESPN Knockout League. I don't know, chat. Hope everybody's doing good on this fine Sunday morning, drinking your coffee, having whatever you have to drink. This is the whole point. Just kick back, listen to me talk sports, and enjoy your drink. Whatever you drink in the morning, whether it's coffee. Sleeper Fantasy Football Knockout League. Whether it's coffee, iced tea. Here we go. So here is how to play knockout on Sleeper. This is on Sleeper, but the same thing is on the same thing goes on ESPN.
Football. Be the coach and manage your own dream team against 10 to 12.
Here we go.
Welcome to Chop Football Leagues, where surviving each week is the only way to win. Here's how you can play. The commissioner creates a Chop League. Invite up to 18 friends to play. The commish sets the rules and picks a date and time to draft. Now you're ready to start your Chop season. First, draft your dream team just like any other fantasy football league. Focus on players that will do well every single week. During the season, weekly competition gets dicey. Last place gets chopped. When you're chopped, your season's over and your entire roster hits the waivers. Survivors scoop up the best players from chopped teams. Bid for players to add to your roster. The top bids get to add those players to their team. Survive each week, snag stars, and make a superstar squad. Every week is a new battle. The last team standing at the end of the season wins the league. Think you can avoid the chopping block?
100%. So I think that's my favorite part. The fact that you're literally able to pick up whoever gets knocked out that week, you're able to pick up their entire team with the fake budget. So Positive Philly is creating a ESPN Knockout League, Chop League, whatever you want to call it. 8 spots left. So if you want to join, send me a DM on any of the following platforms, Instagram or TikTok. Email me, Positive Fit Productions, or send me a text, which is right here. Text that number and you'll be able to get in. It's going to be so much fun this year. I cannot wait for football season. I cannot wait for fantasy football season. It's like some people say Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. No. Fantasy football season is the most wonderful time of the year, okay? Anyway, I think we pretty much covered everything. Morgan Wallen in Philly, training camp, the Phillies, Tarek Skubal. Yeah, but are you ready? Are you good? One thing we did not cover is wrestling. SummerSlam night 1, of course. I'm a diehard Philly sports fan. I'll always talk Philly sports, but we do talk wrestling as well. We will be talking wrestling every single week as well throughout this show, and none other than to talk wrestling than my special guest that I am joined by today, Mr. Williams, Wrestling Rewind. Williams, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing this morning, Philly?
Good, I'm good. SummerSlam night 1 in the books. What did you think of it? I thought it was pretty underwhelming. Could have been a lot better, but let's hear your thoughts.
So I want to go between okay and good. Like, I enjoyed it, but to me, it felt like it was just missing something. I don't know what that is yet, but if they just hit that one part, I think it would have. Excuse me. I think it would have been like really, really good. I was questioning why they did the Over and Brock match to the main event. I was a little curious about that. I was kind of hoping it would be a big surprise or something at the end, kind of left everybody in shock and awe. But they did. They didn't. They just paid respects to Brock, which I liked. He was kind of passing the torch to Oba, the next big man. Brock was doing it since 2002 through 2026. So it's Oba's time now. And I liked the Hell in a Cell match. I think it went 10, 12 minutes. Not long enough for a Hell in a Cell match, in my opinion. Punk and Cody was good. Liv and Io was good,
All right,
even though
we'll get
everybody.
into all the details match by match. But here are the ratings on night one. From this is per Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report has released ratings for night one of SummerSlam. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan is C plus. The Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa B minus. Gunther versus Nick Aldis B minus. Fatal Influence versus the Bellas and Page C. And then B plus for Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and Oba and Blessing. Your thoughts on these ratings? An overall rating of night one to C plus. I think that's pretty high. I'd give it a C.
Uh, I mean, I think the best match of the night, just back and forth, was Io and Liv. I probably would have gave that a B minus at best. The Usos LA Knight, yeah, that was right there. I agree with that. Gunther and Nick Aldis, yeah, I mean B plus, B minus around that category. I totally agree. Fatal Influence, the Bellas and Page, that's exactly right. Cody Rhodes a Punk, B plus, yeah, go with that. And Oba and Brock, B plus, maybe a B minus or something. Just they really didn't do too much, nothing new or anything over the top. Overall C plus, yeah, C plus, C minus for night one. I agree with that. What did you think of the pay-per-view in general?
I thought it was good. I feel like this is going to be just like WrestleMania. Night one was okay. Night two is going to be the night that everybody talks about and remembers.
Yeah, that was kind of Friday and yesterday morning. I was kind of thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, are they gonna blow everybody away with both nights of SummerSlam be going, or is there going to be one night? Is it going to be two, or is it just going to be a couple matches here and there? But I hope night two is better.
Here's the recaps of night one. Liv Morgan, still your women's champion, claims she's the greatest women's world champion of all time. We know that's absolutely not true. It's not true. She hasn't defended the title once.
Well, I mean, she won the belt at WrestleMania night one and defended at SummerSlam night one, so maybe she's on good pace for something.
There you go. And then they defeat the Bloodline. That surprises me. I think you were telling me a lot of fans are talking about the Bloodline at War Games again. Does this result surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't, because I was kind of, in a way, I was hoping, and I kind of predicted that. So if the Usos and Jacob Fatu won, what would be the next step to the feud with Keys, Solo, and Knight? It'd kind of be like stale, or it would just be like, okay, what's the next creative direction they go? By having Solo and his team beat the Bloodline gets mad. Roman doesn't like that. He tells his guys kind of straighten up and kind of get back on track and do what you have to do to win. So they could either kind of slow the pace down a little bit, because we got Survivor Series. That's the last weekend in November. We got 3.5 months for that. So we got some time. So could they add a new bloodline member? They could. Could Royce Keys and Solo try to come up with another partner. For War Games, is it going to be 4-4? Is it going to be 5-5? If it's going to be 4-4, do they get Zilla Fatu in this year? If not, do they get Roman? Or if it's going to be 5, who does Roman join? And who do they look for another bloodline member? Is it somebody from previous MFTs, Tamatanga or Talatanga? Same thing with LA Knight's crew. Who does LA Knight, Solo, and Keys get? Do they get former stablemates for Tamatanga or Talatanga, or do they get somebody else that somebody has complete heat with the bloodline? I don't know. That's ways away, but gotta keep that in your back of your mind for now, going forward.
And I was disappointed about this match. There's a lot of fans like myself who have never seen this man fight, and he goes out there in his debut WWE match and he loses. Obviously, I'm referring to Gunther beating SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. For somebody who's seen Nick Aldis fight before in TNA and other promotions, did you expect him to win, or did you expect Gunther to go out there and beat him?
I was hoping Nick Aldis would win, and I was kind of expecting it a little bit because I just wanted to see where they would go with that. And Gunther won. Was it the right outcome? Possibility. But as of last night after the match, is Nick Aldis one and done? Is he going to come back and wrestle again? Not anytime soon, because after Triple H was done talking to the media and some of the fans, that he reinstated Nick Aldis as the SmackDown general manager. So it seems as of now, Nick Aldis was a one and done for now. But we'll see. I mean, it's hopefully we see him in the ring maybe sometime next year or possibly the end of this year. But he's back as SmackDown general manager. So always good to see that.
Yeah, it was nice to see him fight one time and then go back to his duties, I guess, of managing
Yeah.
SmackDown, as poor as it is. But this match, not really much to talk about. I think the highlight of this match was the end. Fatal influence the expected winners, but the end of the match, the bell is turned on Page, which I think ended, which ultimately was the reason why Cody Rhodes didn't turn heel at the end of the night, either on Randy or the return in Randy or on CM Punk. It probably would have been on Punk, honestly, but do you think that ruins Cody going heel? Like you choose a mid card female to turn heel on her tag team partner just to reunite with her sister again versus the top dog of the company. Your what would have been 4-time undisputed champion.
It doesn't stop it. It slows it down. So the Cody Rhodes heel turn, WWE they turn that over to Cody. They're like, whenever you're ready to turn heel, you could just snap your finger and you could turn heel whenever you want. They left that up to him. So that's a Cody Rhodes decision whenever he's ready, whenever he wants to. The ball's in his court with that. Did that stop a Cody Rhodes heel turn last night? Absolutely it did. As soon as the bell is turned heel or turned bad or however anybody wants to look at that, I said, darn, there goes the Cody Rhodes heel turn, because it's a rarity in WWE or in wrestling in general to have back-to-back matches and you turn two people heel. Fatal influence was the right outcome. I wasn't surprised if Paige taking the pinfall, because I was kind of leading into that. I'm like, if the Bellas and Paige are going to lose, I think Paige is going to take the pinfall, and watch out for the Bellas. Yeah, because they're gonna turn on Paige. So we'll see where Paige goes from here. I'd like to see Paige get a small single run. Maybe she's on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see her, what she can mix it up with Tiffany Stratton, maybe put a mid-card title, women's Intercontinental US belt on her, and then maybe eventually have a program with Rhea Ripley going into next year. I'd like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, good. Sorry.
No, that would be good. I don't know if it's going to be happen because Blake Monroe seems to be the one that's going to be throwing Tiffany Try, and it should be happening tonight. But they don't want to
I,
ruin any Tiffy time in Minnesota, so that makes sense.
yeah, I don't. They bring Blake Monroe in, and I don't know if they don't have anything for her yet, or she's just like not. I don't know what it is. It's I've heard and seen she has had a couple dark matches, but she has the nut on TV, and that keeps fans scratching their head like what's going on with Blake Monroe.
Well, I mean, they did the same thing with Royce Keys. They brought him in for the Royal Rumble, and then we didn't see him for a while.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
anybody, maybe
But
the
I
match
think
of the night. Sorry, go ahead.
But I think the biggest thing coming out of the Bellas is this might stall the Bellas or kind of their creative plan is after if you could saw in the middle of the match leading towards the end, Brie was favoriting her. I believe it was her right arm. She
Yeah, is that
couldn't
going to play a part?
yeah, because I was listening to a little bit of Triple H during the press conference. He said that as soon as the match was over and everything, Brie Bella went backstage to the trainer's room. They looked at it. They sent Brie Bella to the hospital for her arm. So that wasn't good. And that spot was when she was on the outside. She was sitting up against the steel steps, and I think it was JC Jane or Henley. They drop kicked her right into the stairs, and her shoulder just went straight into the stairs. So hopefully it's good news. Not going to put her out long, but it's the way she was. It was almost going back to 2016 when Balor he dislocated his shoulder and he tore a couple of muscles in his arm. It was the same position.
Sometimes, like if you're Rhea
So
Ripley, you're able to
it's
just
not
pop that
good.
joint back into place, but you're not Rhea Ripley, so.
Yeah,
She got hurt and she just popped it back
you
in
gotta
place.
just yeah. Yeah, that kind of freaked the commentators out a little bit. I think that was what was that 2023, 24?
Been a few years now, yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on, we spent way too much time talking about the Bellas. Let's talk about the best in the world, CM Punk, who retained the undisputed championship last night. Thoughts on this match, which should have been the main event, but ultimately the scratch last minute.
Yeah, that should
You
have
said
main
this should have
evented,
been main
hands
event night
down.
too. This is bigger than the Roman and Punk or Roman and Seth feud, in your opinion. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it was. I mean, because it was fresh. We never saw Cody versus Punk. I mean, we saw Cody and Punk when Cody was in Legacy and his first stint in WWE, and when Punk he had the short hair going into like I think it was 2009, 2010ish, maybe sometime around there they fought, but it was like nothing new. I if I had the pen, I would have made event tonight too with that. But Seth and Roman are. We've had Seth the Roman a whole bunch of times, so it's fine. I expect a good match from both competitors for night two. But the right outcome was CM Punk. Cody is I love Cody. Cody's great. Big Cody Rhodes fan. He's stale a little bit. He needs a character refresh. And I think that'll do him good whenever the time is him to turn heel. I think the fans will embrace that and like, oh, this is something different with Cody Rhodes that we haven't seen before. When he left WWE, when he wrestled in Japan and Ring of Honor and TNA a little bit, he was a heel and he was a very good heel with that. So if we could tap into a little that and mix it with heel in WWE, I think he could pull it off very well. Randy Orton. We haven't seen Randy Orton since night one of WrestleMania where he fought Cody Rhodes.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah. So, he came in, he hit Cody Rhodes with an RKO, gave the fans a little head nod and a wink, and he slithered out and he went back through the crowd. So could we possibly be setting up maybe a Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton match down the road?
I think so. It doesn't have to be for a title or anything, just to get them.
No.
I think one last time, I think Randy will get the, is it 16th or something that he wants? He wants to be Triple H.
Yeah. So if he wins the belt sometime this year or next year, he'll be 15. He has 2 more to go to catch up to Cena.
Nobody's touching it to see it for a long time, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, the main event we kind of touched on a little bit, but Oba defeats Brock Lesnar. I think I don't like the fact that it was the main event, but I think it was a good match. I think the main reason it was the main event is because Brock ripped up the carpet, ripped up the mat.
Yeah.
But I like the passing of the torch, Sultan. From the beast to the ruler. The two big guys, one big guy retiring, and now passing the torch to the big. I mean, you got to acknowledge the fact that Oba's the future of the company. He's already king of the ring, probably getting a title shot at Mania. Going to be, I'd say, a world heavyweight or undisputed champion by the end of this year, early next year.
Not this year, definitely next year, because hopefully they bring up, because Oba won King of the Ring. Hopefully they bring that up because Oba has that in his back pocket. He could use that sometime, maybe at the Rumble or down the road. I just don't want to see them forget about it, and Oba wins the Rumble, and then he challenges Roman Reigns. I could see him definitely being in one or two spots at Mania next year, either fighting. I think it's going to be Roman or maybe Punk, but I don't see Oba and Punk yet. It's more Roman.
I'm excited for whenever that comes. Before we get into let's talk about the Sunday matches that we have. Penta Gable, Trick and Corbin, Danhausen and Dom, Finn and Sammy, and the number one contenders. The women's ladder match, which that last participant is Lash Legend, and then Seth and Roman. Which match is most intriguing to you tonight? I mean, you and Turnbuckle Tommy were talking about how the Penta Gable match could steal the show, could steal the weekend. I'm looking at the main event, and I'm also looking at the Danhausen match. That's going to be comical fun. Human Money's on full match. And then the number one contenders match, I think, could also be good as well.
That one's going to be good. I'm looking forward to Gable and Penta, because you got two guys in there. Gable is he's like the now version of how Kurt Angle was back in the day. That's how I look at Gable. I'm looking forward to that match. That possibly could be match of the night or possibly match of SummerSlam. Finn and Sammy, I'm looking forward to that one too. Roman and Seth's going to be always Finn Balor. Roman and Seth, they always go out there and have a good match. It's hard to have a bad Roman Reigns match. I mean, look at his match at night 2 against CM Punk. That went half an hour, and that people say that was match of the night, and that was the best match at WrestleMania. And people say that was probably one of the best matches in Roman Reigns' career. You put Roman in the ring with a good dance partner, both people are going to deliver. 100%. Women's ladder match. I want to see what happens with that. I think Charlotte Flair is going to win that. My dark horse in that, Chelsea Green. I'd like to see them push Chelsea Green.
I heard a lot of people saying that.
Yeah, I mean, it's even if she has the belt until like WrestlePalooza or Money in the Bank, she had a run. My ass opinion.
Getting another WrestlePalooza this year?
Yeah. We are doing WrestlePalooza this year because ESPN wants WrestlePalooza to be up there like how WrestleMania is up there. I heard that. I was scratching my head and I was shocked a little bit. I'm like, you have a lot of work to do with that. But we'll see how it goes. WWE could have avoided this match. They could have did Jade versus Charlotte Flair. They could have stripped Rhea Ripley of the belt, and they could have did a match between both women for the vacant WWE Women's Championship between Charlotte and Jade, and let Charlotte Flair win. And then when Rhea comes back, whenever she's good to go, she could challenge Charlotte Flair and possibly get her belt back. But the direction they're going with it is whoever wins, it's going to be Charlotte or Chelsea versus Rhea Ripley for both belts, just like how Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels did at WrestleMania 10 or at SummerSlam between John Cena. He had the interim WWE champion, and CM Punk for the WWE champion, and then they just combined both belts. So that's what I see going down the road for that.
Yeah. Let's talk to the people about what you do, who you are, and what you do. Talk to me about it.
What I do all wrestling content. We started this channel, Williams Wrestling Rewinds, in the beginning of April this year. Positive Philly, he set everything up. We had talks it for a while, and our three other partners, Tornado Torn, Phoenix, and Turnbuckle Tommy, we've known each other for 10 plus years, always talk wrestling, and we're like, how hard could it be just to do a podcast or YouTube channel and just give our reactions to the events and just talk wrestling and just give everybody our honest opinion and what we think of it, what we don't think about it, what they can improve on, and what we hope see going forward. And Positive Philly, he created the YouTube, the TikTok, and all the other social media platforms. And we're rolling with that. We're doing different stuff. We're posting on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. He knows TikTok better than anybody that I know. So he's always sending me ideas and everything. I know about this much of TikTok, but that doesn't compare to what Positive Philly knows. So we're going forward that. YouTube, we're 91 subscribers for that. So thank you very much for that.
9 more until.
Yeah, 9 more. Whenever we reach 100, I said this on one of the Raw watch-alongs. I think it was in June, maybe, or maybe end of May. Whenever we break 100, I will show off all my wrestling merchandise, hats, hoodies, T-shirts, jackets, wrestling belts, necklaces, all stuff like that. So hope everybody's looking forward to that, because I am. I have a lot of wrestling stuff.
A lot.
Yeah, I think a lot is a understatement, but anything wrestling related or topics, and we just don't stay with WWE. We stay with WWE, AEW. We do AEW watch-alongs too. TNA.
Talk to us about TNA.
Philly.
What happened this past week with TNA? We'll get into that.
So this past Thursday was TNA over in Philly. I did attend that, and it was, if you haven't been to a TNA event, I totally strongly recommend you go to that, because you will have so much fun, and the prices for that are very reasonable.
Not $600 to sit on the floor.
No. Yeah, that'd probably be $600 to sit in the 200 or barely like 112 section. I got tickets for my brother and my father. We sat third row from the barricade, and they were about $100 a piece. So it's, $100 to sit close to the barricade. That's kind of that's a win-win. And a lot of the TNA superstars were there. My biggest ones I was looking for were the Hardys. Hardys were there. So I was completely just blown away with that and everything, because Jeff Hardy is my favorite wrestler of all time. And I did get to meet him after the show was over for a meet and greet. I was decked out in full Jeff Hardy gear, face paint, armbands, tank top, pants, necklaces, his little gimmick towels he puts in his back pocket. I had it all.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't
Yeah.
know how good you can see it, but
Yeah,
it's on all social media platforms at Williams or Sunderland.
yeah, and there's a video on the TNA channel and our YouTube, Instagram, and X and TikTok of me talking with Jeff and Matt a little bit during the segment with the Nemeth brothers. So go check that out if you haven't seen that. And yeah, and plus also this Friday is SmackDown. We will be live for SmackDown, and we will be live reacting and watch along for SmackDown. And also, our first time ever, House of Glory Wrestling will be live and free on their YouTube channel, House of Glory Wrestling YouTube channel. They have a show up in New York. If you can't attend to that, watch it on the YouTube channel, and we will be watching that also. First time ever we cover House of Glory.
I just hope Danhausen doesn't curse anything to do with Philadelphia. They're selling shirts that says you are cursed Philadelphia, which I want to get one somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to think. I don't want people to think that Philadelphia is cursed in any way. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't think Philly is cursed for all the moves they made this year, especially for the what Sixers got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mike, before we go, you talk wrestling, but you're also a sports fan. How do you think my Philadelphia Eagles are going to do this season? They're additional training camp. Do you think they'll have a good season?
They are going to have a good season. What was the record last year? Well, they have 10, 13 wins, 14. I think they're going to go in that range. They're going to go between 12 to 14 wins. If they play good and they play smart like how they have been for the past years, they're going to win the division again. No doubt about that. Dallas is going to be Dallas. There's no every Dallas fan they're going to say, "Oh, this is our year. This is our year." Yeah, sure, you guys been saying that since the 70s, for goodness sakes.
They're cursed. Whenever I meet Danhausen, I'm gonna tell him to never uncurse the Dallas Cowboys. He uncursed some team. I think he just uncursed the Jets.
Oh, did he uncurse the Jets? Well, he uncursed the Knicks, and look how that went. But yeah, now Eagles are gonna do good. I think the dark horse team that you're gonna have to watch this year is the Giants. They got a new head coach. They made some moves in the offseason for offense and defense. Second year, I believe, they're having their quarterback, so he might be getting into a rhythm here and see where they go. If everybody can stay healthy on the Eagles and everything, I think the only other team to watch out for this year is going to be the Rams. And if Eagles going to hang tough with the Rams, possibly NFC Championship, Rams versus Eagles. I mean, I don't know who else in NFC. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's like a coin toss at times.
Baker, though. There's a lot of
that's the thing.
Forth with that.
They lost Mike Evans to the Niners, and Niners. That's a whole nother page to get into. I mean, we're not even in preseason game.
Can we not talk about them? We lost to them last year, so I don't want to, focus too much on that. But
I mean, I don't think they're going to be good. You see all the injuries going around out there.
Yeah,
it's like a revolving door. But
the second week of training camp, and
yeah, I mean Detroit. I don't think Detroit's going to be. They're going to win, but not into over the top.
AJ Brown's already complaining. Have fun.
Yeah, it's nothing new. It is what it is.
Before we let you go, SummerSlam weekend, one question. In your opinion, greatest SummerSlam match of all time and why?
Greatest SummerSlam match of all time. I like the Triple H and Shawn Michaels unsanctioned match from 2002. The story build between two friends on screen and off screen is very good. Shawn Michaels and Triple H never had a bad match. And that match only lasted about 25 minutes. That was perfect time. And Shawn Michaels had to step away for 4 years because of a back injury. He came back his first match. He wrestled Triple H, and during the match, he was kind of telling Triple H, he was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I'll be as good as I used to be before the injury." Triple H looks at him like, kind of like a face like, "You're kidding, right?" Like he's like, not even 5 minutes into the match, Shawn still has it, and Triple H tells him, he's like, "Yeah, you're fine. You lost absolutely nothing." But yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
SummerSlam.
ladies and gentlemen, Williams Wrestling Rewind. Mike, thank you so much for joining me tonight or this
You're
morning.
welcome.
We will be live together tonight for SummerSlam Night 2, tomorrow for Monday Night Raw.
Cool.
Every time there's a premium live event, every time there's a Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, you can catch Williams Wrestling Rewind on YouTube, Twitch, X. Join the Discord so you can chat wrestling with us every single day. We're trying to build that up as well. Thank you so much for joining me, Mike. You have a good one. I'll see you tonight.
You're welcome, Positive Philly. Keep on going strong, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Williams Wrestling
You're
Rewind, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's that. Williams Wrestling Rewind, great wrestling content creator, top 5 for sure. And he's just starting off. He, has a team of people working behind the scenes, myself included. So you can catch him live tonight on his YouTube channel as well as my YouTube channel. You do not want to miss it. Yeah, but this is only episode 1 of what will be many fun episodes of Sebastian Williams Wrestling Rewind of the Positive Philly Sunday Sports Show. And we are working on a lot of things behind the scenes to make this show one of the best sports shows out there. We want you to tune in to us over Good Morning Football and over, Fantasy Focus. You watch the Positive Philly Sunday Sports Show. I can give you just as much good information as I can them. We are, let me see, 6 Sundays away from the most wonderful time of the year, from the best Sunday there ever will be, from the best Sunday on the calendar. We are 6 Sundays away from NFL football week 1. I'm excited. I am super excited. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Like I said, some people consider Christmas the most wonderful time of the year. I consider fantasy football and football the most wonderful time of the year. I eat, sleep, and breathe NFL football. From August to about February. Don't hit me up on Sundays because I'm unavailable. Anyway, at Positive Philly on TikTok and Instagram, we are always posting over there. We just hit 900 followers on Instagram, and we are rapidly going up. Every day I look, there's another follower. We are at 941 followers over there, so you do not want to miss out on the content. Let's see. Is there anything else to talk about? The Phillies play at 1:35 today. Who's pitching? Zach Wheeler is on the mound against Kyle Bradish. Thank you to the people that watched today. We went between 6 and 12 people. And I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We will be live next Sunday with a special guest as well. I don't know who that's going to be, but I hope to have some big people on this show as well. The show is always going to be between 45 minutes to an hour. So if we finish before the hour mark, it's just because we don't have much to talk about, or there's not much to talk about on the schedule. LeBron James, obviously the biggest talk of the week. I did a whole video on that with Trinidad Torin, who is also a part of the Williams Wrestling Rewind crew. He's a big basketball fan. Shout out to him. Go check that video out. Does this not show? Oh yeah, this doesn't show with my background. I just realized that my logo doesn't show with. Yeah, I apologize for the bad lighting today. We will fix that tonight. We will fix that tonight for SummerSlam, and I do have a light that I can use. I haven't used it in a while, but I will charge it and use it. This is episode 1 of many, so bear with us. We're still figuring things out, still trying to make this show the best show that it can be on Positive Philly Productions. Like I said, I want you guys to be able to watch me give you fantasy football insight and watch the people on TV. So that's the goal. I always, love watching the um sports shows on TV, but I also love doing it and talking about what they do as well. Sorry for all the ins and outs. I know my face is a little blurry or whatever, but we're still working on. Like I said, I'll have that fixed for SummerSlam tonight. Um, Thank you to Williams Wrestling Rewind for joining us and talking SummerSlam and talking about what he does. As always, remember to be proud, positive, and passionate. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos. We upload videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I will see you guys tonight for SummerSlam Night 2. We can take a look at the card once again before we go here. Seth and Roman, women's ladder match, Finn and Sammy in a number 1 contenders match, Dom and Danhausen, Trick and Corbin, Penta and Gable, and you do not want to miss it tonight. Live on Williams Wrestling Rewind channel, live on my channel. Thank you so much, everybody that joined. I am Positive Philly. I will see you guys next time. As always, remember to be proud, positive, and passionate. Peace.